My bad. Yo, I'm gonna have to get. We gonna have to let K do it. We gonna have to let K do this because it just timed me out. I'm on probation. I told y'all I was on probation. I told y'all before I was on. Yo, I'm back. I'm back. Yo, we back. I told y'all I was on probation. Yo, Trey, we back. I'm on probation. I forgot. I'm on probation. I'm sorry. Yo, Goliath, help me. I'm in Instagram jail right now. They timed me out at an hour. So we got an hour. We got an hour to get this joint done. Brianna. Yo, okay. Yo. Yo. Oh, Jesus. See? I mentioned something in one of my lives and they put me in TikTok jail. I mean on Instagram jail.
That's a shame.
I'm sorry. I'm
Put
sorry,
you in
Lord.
time
Forgive me,
out
Lord.
for real, for real. They were like, we're not playing with this guy.
Brianna, I promise you, I'm more professional than this. I can do better than this. I promise you. I'm on jail. I'm in Instagram jail right now. So they timed me out at an hour. So I had to restart it. Sorry. Y'all,
Yep, Goliath, tell him again.
I'm gonna stop.
But back to what we were saying, what we were talking about. Do you know what that is like, and are you able to communicate that?
No, no.
Okay.
That's good.
But she did actively say that she was working on it, and so that's a big thing
Mhm.
because we are only just everybody's just growing.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me see. 26, 26. Oh. Next question.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
So I'm gauging my 26 off of how your 26 is. And my 26 is when I was a street dweller. I dwelled upon the streets.
Everybody aren't isn't street dwellers. That's all I gotta say.
She's not a
Everybody's not
street
a street.
dweller. She's
No,
not a street dweller. I
What that
appreciate
is?
that.
neither was I. So when I was 26, I wasn't no street dweller either. Okay.
Actually,
Nope.
that Diddy session, I think I was about 26 or 27.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say any other names because there's some people that y'all would know. Next question. Next
Okay,
question.
so we got the great in the building.
We got who?
I said the great is in the building.
I don't want Azai nowhere near her. I don't want you nowhere near her.
You don't know what are your looks type? You don't know what he like. You don't know what she
I
like. She might like a Zai. Thank you very much. We're trying to make some connections and some matches here.
Okay.
I did click on his profile, but I mean, the picture is so small. I'm not too picky when it comes to looks. I don't
What are you picky about?
know. Cleanliness.
Okay, cleanliness next to godliness.
Like
Okay.
clean, like
Like
organized, clean.
clean inside, outside. Your nails cannot have dirt up under them. Your
Okay.
breath
He
needs to smell
looks like
good.
he is very well taken care of. He likes to go to the gym. He's not lazy.
That's
But,
amazing.
but, but,
We're
That's really
not.
good.
No, we're not.
but.
We're not. Because she can get to know him at his where he's at right now. Because he goes to therapy. He's very, you know, actively working on himself. Always trying to build himself to be better. You don't know. You don't know. You don't
No,
know.
I'm not even talking about Azai right now. I'm talking about the cleanliness, right? Because I'm just thinking. I'm just cause a little bit about me. I'm a general contractor, worked on property, right? Uh, flipping houses and all that stuff. It's sometimes I'm gonna go to Kroger's with the S, and my fingernails might be dirty because I just finished doing sheetrock work. Or I just finished doing some landscaping on the property that we about to sell for $100,000. So what do you say to that? If you find one of them, it's your diamond in the rough. It
That
is
works
your
with his
Mr.
hands.
Him.
So
And them fingernails nasty. And he's stinking because he been working all day.
Okay. I would say if he's like that on a date, that'll let me know a lot about him. Now, if you just came from work, you were working outside, that's understandable. But every time we hang out and I see that your nails are dirty, you're musty, that's showing me that you don't take care of yourself. But if it's like a one-time thing, I'm gonna be like, okay, he's a guy, he's a man. But yeah, if it's everyday thing, I'm gonna start looking at you differently.
Okay.
that's fair.
It's kind of fair.
It is
It's
fair.
kind of fair. No, no,
If
no,
you
it is fair. It is fair. It is fair. Because I remember, I ain't going to say no names, but I had some workers that was with me and them joints was stinking. So, yeah. And I'm a cologne deodorant dude every day. So, okay.
And see, the thing about cologne, it and perfume too, it just masks the smell. You need to actually take a bath and and scrub. And
hygiene
it's
is
so funny because
important.
I was, yeah, even with the whole body deodorant that Dove came out with, like if you have to use whole body deodorant, you might just need to bathe.
It's trash.
We don't we don't have words for that whole situation. That was a whole thing that was talked about for a long time.
What's the words?
No.
Next question. So, is kids a non-negotiable? Can he have kids? If
How
so,
many?
Ooh, how many is crazy. So I don't have any kids.
okay.
Um, he can have a child, but that child can't be like a toddler or an infant. Like if you say, "Oh, my daughter's 6 or she's 7," that's fine.
Mhm.
She's a kid.
Right.
But if he has a baby or a newborn, it says like you're, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
Nah,
too
he need to be.
fresh. Yeah. But I personally, like, I don't want to talk to a guy with a child. But if he does have one child, like, I'm not going to knock him for having a child. But I would prefer him not to have any kids because I don't have any kids.
Okay.
Okay. I could dig that. So, what's the age bracket that you want to stay within? How old? How young?
Mm, I'm okay with him being a little bit younger, like a couple years younger than me is fine. Um, the oldest, maybe like 32, 33. Oh, my voice just cracked.
Because
See, I'm lying to myself.
you felt.
You lying to yourself.
I'd say max 32. I've talked to older guys, like way younger.
Like how?
I, mm, mm,
Yeah, the lean guy. Do you see that?
he was
I
old.
saw it.
He leaned
I saw
all
for
the
all
way out the
ages.
frame.
He
He
was.
was like ancient.
So the oldest guy I talked to, he, please don't laugh.
I'm
I'm
laughing.
laughing.
I'm laughing.
I'm laughing. He was 59, but he
Oh,
didn't look 59. He cycled, he worked out, he had all his teeth, very healthy, very handsome, very mindful, very
you
demure.
were absolutely not. Girl, no.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that again. And I was young. I think I was like 23, 22. I was young. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I don't have an issue with you. I want to fight this nigga.
oh,
Like,
Like,
yeah.
what?
My dad wanted to
59?
fight
Okay,
too.
no N bombs. No
nope.
N bombs. No N bombs. All right.
Nope.
59?
I
No.
mean, clearly he was just
He was Puffy's
a
cousin.
epsilon type of.
Yes.
Hmm.
He was Puff's cousin.
You
Cause
know
no.
what? We're not gonna call out cousins and things. Sip your tea. Yep. Hmm.
He was
Okay,
old.
okay.
What are some
Red,
red flags for
yeah,
you?
red flags.
Okay, red
Hmm.
flags. Ooh, dang. I've never really thought of red flags.
So you
Can
don't
you
have
put
any
it?
non-negotiables?
I do, but can you give me an example? I gotta think about it.
Like you said that a red flag for you is if he has two kids under the age of two. You said that's a non-negotiable, so that's a red flag. What
Mm-hmm.
is
And
something that you are absolutely like, no, I'm not doing it. You need to have good hygiene. That's a green flag. But a red
Um,
flag, you just like mm-mm. Close the door. Do not pass go. Go straight to jail.
I'd say number one, he definitely has to have a relationship with God. Like I would not talk to a man that's an atheist. I'm not talking to no devil worshiper. No, like we have to believe in the same God. And when I mean God, I mean Jesus. Like not whoever your God may be, but it has to be my God. So that's a non-negotiable number one. Like you have to have a relationship with God and not just say, I believe in God. I need to see your fruits. So that's number one.
okay,
Yes.
I can rock with that. I like that. So
So a relationship with God. Okay.
Okay, I gotta keep going. Okay.
Hmm.
I think the second one, and it kind of trips me out, but if he doesn't have a job, like
if he
the second,
doesn't have a job,
he doesn't have a job, like he doesn't work at all.
Okay.
ew.
Yeah, ew. Yeah.
No
You
scrubs.
found those?
Got it. Uh-huh.
Yes. I knew a guy, he didn't have a job and he did not have his own bank account either, which was and he was older than me. Yeah. But that's another story. Yeah.
We gon'
I
we
don't know.
gon' we gonna
I
cycle
want
back
to
to that.
find you somebody tonight, cause girl, that is between a 59-year-old, the jobless street dweller.
It's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. It's
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Taboo. Mm-mm.
but see,
See,
this is so maybe I just hang out in different groups in Atlanta, and we gonna be working on some music because she's an artist too. But maybe just because my friend groups in Atlanta are getting to it, I don't associate myself with them. I was about to say something bad,
oh yeah,
but I
I
don't
was waiting.
associate. Say what?
I was
I
waiting.
just don't associate with
Hmm.
those. The what are
Okay,
those?
you no
I
longer
don't
Diddy
associate.
dwellers.
What are
Okay.
those?
All right.
What are those?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Ew, wow. No job?
He didn't have no job. He was actually married too. And he lied about that. And he had 4 kids. Yeah.
This is a
And he was a
Tyler Perry
stalker.
movie.
And he was a stalker too. So you're a jobless, married stalker with no bank
Yeah.
account. So yeah. Anyways.
That is a whole
Wow.
Tyler Perry
That's
movie
a
over there that you got
whole
going on.
The haves and the have-nots.
knots. There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
So we need to have. What are you attracted to? So we gonna just move past it.
I
We
was gonna
gotta
ask
move past the
no,
red flag.
no, no, not only what are you attracted to, what attracted you to the jobless bums?
That's a excellent question because I want to know that too because he must have been delicious.
No.
Period.
So he
You
was a
said no. Stop.
stalker.
Stop.
Yeah, I actually have
Stop.
my hand up. He was a stalker. He found me on Instagram, and he was a long time stalker too. Like he really stalked me. He was an artist, so he would draw pictures of me. He would DM them to me, like, "Oh, can I use this picture?" Whatever. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, that's great." And then I think he grew an infatuation with me. There was one time he knew what hotel I was at, which was very scary. He's like, "Oh, are you at this hotel?" I'm like, Okay." And then I ended up blocking him, and he gradually would make multiple pages to, and he would follow me. So yeah, nothing attracted me to him. And the reason how I found out he was married was because his wife texted my phone and said, "Hey, he's married. He has 4 kids, and he's been." She told me all their business basically. Like, "Hey, watch out for him. He's married and he's giving our family hell basically." So he was, yeah, nothing attracted me to him. I never wanted him. So, but I'm glad that I'm released from that in Jesus' name, because that, yeah,
Why?
he was a true stalker. Like he was a stalker.
Could he
Yeah,
paint? Could he draw good?
he drew really well. Yes.
Okay.
That is
All right.
He was a
beside the point. Beside the point. No, nobody cares that he was talented. You just said that he was a married stalker with 4 kids trying
Mhm.
to.
Yeah.
Maybe she.
And I don't he didn't have a job, but you got 4 kids, so
Section 8. He might be written for me.
He might be.
dang, I got to learn to draw.
Goliath, no, you're more than talented.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yeah.
add anything else, Picasso.
I want
That man was
you to stay away from artists. Okay.
okay.
I want for
Goliath said,
now.
"Don't do that.
For now.
Don't do that."
For
Okay.
now.
Goliath
Stay
said,
away
"I
from them.
was trying to put my name in the running." That's what Goliath just said, just a minute ago.
He said, I gotta become Picasso. That's funny.
You've gone through a lot.
Yeah,
Where
I
are you
actually,
from originally?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh Jesus, girl, a married stalker that draws. Now this is the thing. This is the thing. Why I laugh with the drawing part. That used to be my game right there. Look
My
at this. I did this for you. You know what I mean? I did this.
I'm sick of you.
Yo, no more drawing. Don't if he paints, if he draws, if he makes clothes, no. If he makes clothes, run.
What's wrong with that?
That
Girl.
is
He make clothes.
worse. That is worse than the drawing person.
Girl.
It's worse
If
than the
he
drawing
makes
person.
clothes.
Oh, okay.
You want
Okay.
him to make you a dress?
No,
Like
you
Kanye?
don't. No, you
Yeah.
don't.
See?
You
Yeah,
don't.
No.
I'm thinking of like, a little jeans line, a little hoodie
No.
line, little hat
That's not.
line.
No, he said make, not design, customized T-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
different.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's sitting down in front of a sewing machine.
He could. There are straight people that do that.
I've
All
never
right.
seen that.
I'm gonna get us a band. I'm already on probation, so
Yeah.
you can go ahead and keep going. Cause I'm gonna get us banned.
Yo, don't.
Do you think I was sitting in front of a sewing machine? I'm just saying.
No.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
You
Why not?
see you. You
Why
see
not?
you. I see you.
I'm an artist
Run.
though.
You
I love.
you
I'm
are.
interested. When I get in front of a keyboard, my bass guitar. I got a candle lit in the studio right now.
Can you sew?
I cannot.
Okay, then I wouldn't want you to make me a dress.
Okay. All right. All right.
Your straight hat will not allow you to be that talented in that way. You are talented in other ways. So let's just stay over there and make music and make it beautiful and some lucrative love. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what was your last? When was your last serious relationship?
Um, okay, before I answer that, my mom, she's trying to get into the live, but
Oh,
it says it says that your account is private, so she can't join. I'm not sure
I
why.
told you.
are you serious? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I've been sending it over to her, but she can't get in.
How are all these people in the West? Can y'all see the people on the screen?
I can see a few people. This chat
Okay.
is toxic.
I don't know why this happened like this. It might be because I'm on probation. You know what? Get your mom to join. You want her to be on the screen?
Sure, yeah. She actually wanted to join. She's so happy. She's actually in the room with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's in there with you right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yes, this is
Hold on,
perfect.
tell her, come
Mama's
on.
gonna give the tea.
Come on.
Oh
Tell her
goodness.
to come.
Crazy work. It is some crazy work.
So what?
Yeah.
She
No,
gonna
Ace
spill the tea.
being the great, he said crazy work. It's some crazy work, all
I
right.
love it. Tell her to come.
Don't ask her too much though. Don't ask her too much though.
Oh,
You
you
gotta
saw
ask for all the
Don't.
good
that? You
things.
saw the light bulb on my head?
It's like,
Mhm.
ding.
Mhm. She said send her the link.
I don't know how to do that. I'm tell her I'm
He's
on
he,
probation right
he's
now.
on
I have an ankle
probation.
monitor on
Okay.
right now.
okay. I don't know how she's gonna join.
You gonna have to swap out. You gotta have to swap places. That's the only way.
Oh, but you said she's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just have her come up. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, I know, Goliath. I know,
Okay.
Come
right?
on, we'll come back. We'll come back.
We'll
Do
come
you
I
back.
got
want
the
her to?
crowd.
Come on, Mom.
Do you want her to get fully in the camera? Okay, she's
There
here.
she
There
is.
we go.
There
Hey,
she
Mom.
is. Your mama young. Okay,
She
Okay.
alright. She
okay.
alright.
Let me find out. So tell me this. And this is a question for your mom. What type of a dude do you want your daughter to be with?
Oh, let me tell you. let me walk away. Just tell you. No, don't walk away. You can hear this. Don't walk away. So first I want him to be. He got to be a man after God's heart.
Okay.
First, yeah. Because I want her to be not just her leader, guider, protector. That's what I'm looking for, and not just for my men. I have 8 children, so
Hey,
I have 8. Yeah, she's my baby girl. 8, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she got 8. Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's yours.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Not adopted kids.
I had all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So so I have 6 boys and 2 girls. So the same way I want my boys, my girls, I want the women to be from my boys. The same way. They gotta be humble, they gotta be able to be led. Because some women can't be led. I want them to be
They
led.
want to know if you single, Mom.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
they trying to they want to
Trying
know
to
if you're
holler at
single.
you, Mom.
Oh,
The
she
chat.
married. Okay.
She said, I can speak for myself.
That's another. Yeah, let me speak about it. She's married. She's married. No, that's another whole story. Tell her
I
if
put
I
she married by.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, it's gonna be a wrap. Okay. She married.
Yeah, she's taking. You know what though?
Separated is still married, so you're married. Is married. So you're married, yeah, separated is married. You're married. You're married, woman of God. I am married. I am married. I am married. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I am married. So you know, that's funny. That's a whole nother story. But yeah,
Mama said she's gonna be on the next show. She said give her like some
I
months.
just want to ask
She
Mama
gonna
some
come back.
questions. That's all.
Go
That's
ahead.
all I want to do. Ask some questions.
Go ahead. Ask a question.
So, are you okay? Would you be okay with your daughter being with someone outside of y'all's race, our race?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You can turn it back on here.
Does your mom know about your dating pool that's existed?
Oh,
Why did she
she
leave?
don't.
Oh,
I think it was an accident. The
okay.
phone fell, I think.
Yo, I can't front. 59 dating a 26-year-old is nasty work.
Hugh Hefner.
Nasty work. Hugh Hefner is the white Diddy.
Now, let's say that, let's ask the people. I'm not going to even put you in there. AARP, I mean, get a discount. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't
Why
like
do
it.
you feel attacked?
So I got a liar said you feel attacked. I shouldn't feel attacked,
Don't feel
man.
attacked, Goliath.
I'm just saying, like, for me as a man, I don't like the idea of. There we go, we back. But I don't like the idea of anybody. 10 years, I feel like is a big enough gap. After you pass 10, go home. Go home.
Social Security check.
Yeah.
What was the question?
And this is what I said too. I have 2 daughters, right? I have a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. If a Negro try to date them, and I'm 40, think about it. It's the same age gap. 20 years? Nah. Go home.
Yeah.
40 years. Go
Yeah,
home.
that's too much.
Go home. Go home.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I didn't prove it.
Uh,
You didn't know about it.
I think we got enough questions for mom. I think unless Kate, you got something?
No, that was good. She said a God-fearing, leading man that will guide her in all the right places. I think that was good. Have you given her any tips
Me as her mom,
as her mom?
plenty.
Yes.
Yeah, all the
What
time.
t what tips have she given you that
I
you've
don't
listened to?
remember any of those tips.
You
Yeah,
just
I
need a
don't.
refresher course. That's all. It's just a refresher. You need a refresher. That's all.
No,
No
I give
biggie.
I give her tips. Um,
What-
I
What's your
read
favorite tip that
a
you've
lot of
given her?
most of the time I always tell her to be in her whatever God called her to do, to be walking in her purpose, so that when he find her, he should be in his purpose. I always give her this tip. She should be walking in her purpose, not searching for nobody, but allowing God to bring him into her life. She walking in her purpose, doing what God called her to do, what he called her to do. I mean, everything that he called her to do. And then that guy should be walking in his purpose. So when they both meet, it's just gonna be a thing. It's gonna be crazy. Because
Yeah.
they're both walking in purpose. They're both doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it's just gonna go up from there. Because I wasn't doing that. So I always tell her that, yeah, I do.
All right. I
Okay.
think I'm good. I'm good. I
I have
have
one more
more.
question though.
I definitely have more that I can ask mom, but I'm not gonna do that to you.
She said she gonna be on the show later, so
Yeah, we
don't
need her on
worry.
the show.
Don't
We
worry.
need her on the show.
She said, "Give me 8 months." She said she gonna be on the show. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it, sweetheart. Don't you worry about it.
Okay. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's
It's just
that's
it.
All
right
right,
there.
so thank you.
Right.
Let's give mom a clap. We're gonna give her a clap.
Bye. Bye.
Yo, yo. Mama said, God fearing man.
Yes. Okay.
I was
So
about
speaking
to
of
ask her.
God fearing, I got a question. I have a
Mm-hmm.
question. Since you are a God fearing woman, do you feel that you were made for the man that you are seeking, or that there is a man that's being made for you?
I definitely feel like there's a man that's being made for me, and I feel like I'm being made for him too. Equally, like God is orchestrating it for us to both be made for each other. Yeah, like helpmate,
But
basically.
if you go for the helpmate version, he was already made, you came along.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you would have to be the one to change. He's already perfect according to God's will.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked you that to see if you feel like this
Look at me
perfect
being messy.
man. I'm not being messy. I'm being
I said
honest
I'm
because
being
it's
messy.
you are well, you're already messy every
Cause I'm
day.
like this.
Because if we're going biblical, Eve was made for Adam,
Mm-hmm.
not the other
Right.
way around.
All right.
So there is no way that you could be anything but the helpmate for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he is already quote unquote perfection,
So
and you are the person that's supposed to help him stay perfect and be perfect. Together, you are supposed to be yoked together, like it was said in there.
So
You're the rib, you're the support.
I agree with that.
feminism.
I
It's not
definitely feel
feminism.
like I
It's
definitely feel like
biblical. So if you're saying the Bible is a
No,
feministic type of
I'm talking about what
thing,
she about to say. I'm talking about what she about to say.
no,
I'm playing.
you
yeah, Adam wasn't the
messy.
only Adam wasn't perfect. The only person who was perfect in the Bible was Jesus. So yes, the woman is the rib, like we are the helpmate, but we do more than just being a helpmate. It's like I'm not
I see what you're saying.
gonna just be a wife to just help my husband. Like there's more to it than just being a wife. It's talks about it in Proverbs 31. There's more to it. So I don't feel like I do have to work on myself in order for me to get a husband, because he's gonna have to work on some things, just like about him being healed. I have to be healed. I have to know who I am in Christ. I have to have identity. I have to have purpose.
Right.
Because me just being, okay, I'm a helpmate, my husband's perfect, or my husband, he's the man, he's the leader, therefore I don't need to work on myself. I have to also work on myself because if like,
But the purpose is to work together. It is not to work
Yeah,
independently. It is
definitely.
not an independent journey.
It's definitely not
Mhm,
That's the problem
independent.
that people that are seeking these relationships, you're forgetting the whole purpose of this is it's not a perfection piece. You're not going to be perfect because you're always growing. You're always going to evolve. So there's always
Listen,
going to be an element of you that's always new to something. So
mhm,
you have to take that upon yourself to realize and remember you are always going to be new to some version of yourself because you're forever evolving.
right,
Unless you want to stay
right.
stunted and you don't want to grow and you want to stay in this place, then you
mhm,
will stay single. You won't be with anybody and you will go in and out of these imperfect relationships because you're seeking something that you shouldn't be looking for because you're a version of yourself is always going to be forever evolving. It is the purpose of the person that you're supposed to be with that's supposed to glue you together to that purpose. It's not about being perfect.
mhm,
Right,
You're the perfect
right.
versions of yourselves for each other. And that's the purpose of this whole lucrative love thing. You need to understand that it's about togetherness. You don't have to be perfect. Don't strive to be perfect. You
Yo,
strive to
please.
be whole for yourself.
I definitely don't. We can't be perfect. Even
Yeah,
if you live a sinless life, you're still not perfect. We were born into sin. That's why we needed the perfect sacrifice, which was Jesus. So it's like, I know that I can never be perfect, but I know that there's areas in me that I can perfect. Thank you,
mm.
God, 'cause I feel like you just dropped into my spirit. But I can't be perfect. Won't
Yeah,
ever be perfect, but I can perfect flaws in me. I can
Mhm.
perfect my patience, gaining more patience, being quick to listen and slow to speak. Well, I think it's slow to speak, quick to listen because I
yeah.
need to my communication skills. So I know I can't be perfect, and I know that my husband or whoever God has for me is not going to be perfect as well. But I expect him to have some form of growth. Like I don't expect him to still be doing things that he was doing when he was single. I
Right,
expect there to be a transition from that. So
Yes,
yeah,
but that's part
that's
of being the perfect versions of each other for the togetherness. It's
mhm,
not about being quote unquote perfect. It is about this person being the perfect version for you. You're fine with the little things that he does because it doesn't taint you because you're helping him grow and he's
right.
helping you grow. So
'Cause
mhm,
if there's something that you don't like, let's say that Mike likes to have coffee and he leaves his coffee cup on the countertop,
I don't
right?
know what you're talking about.
Let's
I don't drink coffee.
let's say that it would bother you if you were dating Mike and he left that cup on the countertop. It would be you to be able to communicate, but like, hey, babe, can we actively work together to, make sure that we don't leave dishes out? Can we actively do something that can make sure that we do X, Y, and Z?
mhm,
It's the togetherness part of the perfection, quote unquote. It is always about being good for each other together. And
Right.
it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good for both of you two.
mhm,
I would say one thing though that I will look for if I were you in the dating pool scene. Um, the car first off, done. Got to have a car. If he's staying with his folk, okay, what does the plan look like for the next 1 to 5 years?
Hmm.
I would hope if you're seriously considering me as your partner, that consists of you going to buy a property or something
mhm,
in the next 1 to 5 years. And what does the credit look like? And then what are you expecting out of a wife? I
mhm,
think those questions, if those questions are asked realistically and not just brushed over, because I went through the whole marriage counseling. Well, we went through the whole marriage counseling and stuff, right? And a lot of the stuff that didn't get touched happened after the fact. And it's like, yo, why y'all didn't ask these questions in counseling? Like, you should have asked these. Like, so I would say that the one for you might be a lame square. He might have dirty fingernails for a
You
second.
put your finger up
Definitely
again.
not going to
That
be.
What
first
I'm
of
saying,
all,
He's
he
going to be a
might.
lame.
You don't know
he
what you
might be
consider
lame
a
to
lame
He's a
everybody
believer
square.
in
else.
God.
He might be lame
I done met
to
some
everybody else.
real cool Christians out here.
Yes,
They're
that's
a lot
true.
cooler than these worldly men who going to the strip club every week. So
Well, no,
he's
not that
not gonna
lame.
be a lame
Not
in a square.
not that
Because the
lame.
Bible says that God knows the desires of our hearts, right? So
True.
God is gonna give me what I want. So if I don't want a lame square, he's not gonna give me a lame square. He's not.
What's wrong with the
He gonna
lame
give me what I want.
square?
He's gonna give me what I want if it's in his will, if it's what he wants for me. But he's not gonna
Okay.
be a lame square.
What if? What if? What if?
Devil's advocate.
Not what if.
What if that he heart lined up with God, right? He is the 100,000 and up tech guy.
Mm-hmm.
He loves you for your art. He's there for every show. He got you. You need your flyers. You need what you need me to go do. He doing all this stuff. But this mug don't know how to dress right. He'll smell good because he wash. He washes. But he ain't really up on the fashion like, to your liking. Is that an issue?
No.
Okay.
He can learn. He can learn how to dress. I can teach him how to dress. It's real
Okay.
easy. We can go to
Okay.
the mall, H&M, Zara.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
That's
There
not
you
Okay.
it.
go.
No.
So that, cause I think what I've learned is, like, to kind of piggyback on what Kay was saying about you're always evolving. A lot of the stuff that my wife is currently doing, she was not doing that when we first got together. So at some point, I'm like, when did you decide that you wanted to do this? You know what I mean? So I think having the grace and having some, I'm gonna say grace and mercy,
We all need that too.
but having some grace and try to peacefully maneuver while this person is becoming that new version of themselves. That's hard. And I
It's
think,
not hard.
and it'll only work if you really are like locked in to wanting to see this person do this thing, right?
Mike, why is it hard?
Why is it hard?
Mm-hmm.
Because you met this person doing something and you expected them to do that thing that you met them doing. So when it changes, like for us, she's a singer, right? We both church pre-K kids, all that. Amen, hallelujah, right? But then, now granted, my start came from secular music. Like, I produced everybody that had B and F in all of their songs. Period. Uh, so my upbringing was kind of half and half, like Arnold Palmer with the Christianity. It was half and half. So I had that knowledge from how that, like, the industry worked. She came from straight church, the church side. Well, now, what, 12, 13 years in, she wants to do more of the acting stuff. Well, now that's another contingency. That's another variable. You're going to act. The first thing I think of as a man, if you want to act and you my girl and you pretty, what's the first thing you think of?
Broadway.
No, a kissing scene,
Oh,
or
see.
because it's acting.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
acting.
went to the physical.
Right. So as a dude, we're going to automatically go there. Period.
Okay.
So for me, being that we done invested this much time, it's like, okay, this used to be a non-negotiable for me. But 2 kids later, all this other stuff, is this what you really want to do? So
She's trying to grow in different areas to make her platform develop more.
exactly. So I think, like, having that communication, that's, and it's
Huge.
it seems like you're like pretty like chill. Like, I don't see you being a bad communicator. Like, from here. Maybe. Am I wrong?
I'm not. I feel like I can become a bad communicator when I'm upset about something because I'm trying to process my thoughts. So when I'm really upset about something, I black out. It's like, don't talk to me. I walk away. Like I'm kind of processing everything. But if it's something small, I'm able to communicate like, hey, I didn't like that. And that goes with friendships too. It's not just with relationships, but I can definitely tell my friend, hey, like I didn't like this, or I didn't like your tone. Can we talk about it? So it's not an issue for me to communicate something.
What helps you come back from the blackout angry?
Processing my thoughts, actually sitting
Okay.
and I'll sit and dwell on it a little bit, just being alone, and then coming back to the situation. Like I'm not the type of person where, like, let's say I'm arguing with somebody, or we're having words, or our voices are raising, and they're like, oh, like let's, like they want to continue to talk about it. I'm like, no. I
Mhm.
pull myself away because I know that my adrenaline is pumping and I'm probably going to say something I'm going to regret. So I don't want anybody to force me to have that conversation in that moment. I have to step away from it, and then I can come back when I'm calmed down, when my heart isn't beating fast, and when I don't feel overwhelmed. So
How do you communicate that with your partner to know that that version of you,
now,
that you need that time?
just telling them not right now. Like, can we talk about this later? And I feel like he should respect that. Like, I don't think anybody should be forced to have a conversation if they're upset and they're not communicating at their best ability. So, yeah.
But it can be looked at the same way with you, though. It can be that you're not willing to communicate at your best ability if you're not willing to say, I need this time because XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
Because most people won't know that you're blackout angry
Mm-hmm.
until you say something that you're remorseful about. So are you able to communicate in that space, in that time frame, that I don't want to say anything that is going to be detrimental to our relationship. I need time. I need a moment. Are you able to do that?
Yes, I am. I
I can see that.
it'll probably be
I can
very quick. It'll definitely be very short and sweet. But yeah, I can say that.
Okay.
And
see that.
Okay,
I
good.
feel like if my partner or my boyfriend, whoever, is still trying to communicate with me when I've told him, hey, like I can't talk about this right now. I'm upset. I'm still processing everything, and they're still trying to. Well, we need to talk about it. It's like now you're overstepping a boundary because I've already communicated with you. I don't want to talk about
Right.
this. So
What
yeah.
if they give you a time frame? Like, we need to talk about this, and do you think that you'll be able to talk about it in an hour? Do you have a time frame? If they
I
if
ain't good with that.
they're willing
I
to
ain't
give
good
you
with that.
space,
I don't
if
put
they're
a
willing
time
to
frame
give
on
you
it.
space and they come at you saying, okay, can we talk about this in an hour? I'm gonna give you time to cool down.
I probably need a little more than an hour. And it kind of depends on what the argument or disagreement is about. If it's something heavy, I'm going to need more than an hour.
Yeah.
But if it's something small, like, hey, pick your
These are the
coffee
things that
mug up.
people need to like have a negotiation about when it comes to compromise and communicating. People don't always do that. So
Yeah.
if a person is trying willing to give you the space and they say, well, if I give you an hour, and I do understand, and most people, normal people, um, they are able to communicate and say, okay, I can give you more time. What if they come back with it? Does that set you off and be like, okay, well, how much time is more time? Like, how much more do you need? Will that like trigger you to be like, you know what? Don't make me throw this pan at you.
Oh,
That's how
no, no.
she is. No, no.
Yeah,
No.
would
Find a
not
plan.
throw a pan at you. I don't. I definitely don't have anger issues. I wouldn't throw no pan at nobody. Um, I'm okay with having a time frame that's showing me that my boyfriend or whoever wants to communicate about it. I feel like that's very important. Um, but I don't know, put like an hour. I feel like that's not enough for me, depending on the situation. But I'm okay with him saying like, "Hey, can we touch on this tomorrow? Or do you think you'll
That's
be
what I'm
able to
about to
talk
ask.
about this in 2 hours?" I'd be like, "Yeah." two hours, I feel like I should be calmed down by then. I shouldn't still be dwelling on that, because then that's an issue right there. That's something that I have to work on. But I'm okay with him saying, hey, let's talk about this in the next 2 hours or tomorrow or whatever, to regroup and come back. But actually
Okay.
talking about it in that moment, no. Because I've had friends do that. I've had, I feel like every friend argues, every friend group has arguments, and my friend, she would want to discuss it in that moment. I'm like, hey, I can't talk about this right now. Let's come
Yeah.
back. But I felt forced to talk about that specific thing in that moment, and we talked it out. I'm like, I didn't like it, but we did it. So
Okay.
I guess it depends on the person.
Okay.
Well, I will say stay open. Don't
Yeah.
get old and bitter. I, I am a you're dead to me type of person. If because I give a lot of rope. I give people a lot of rope, and if you get towards the end of that, and that rope break, I'm like, oh well. Don't call me. Don't have your kids call me for your funeral. You're dead to me. And I
So you
stay
don't
there,
you
huh?
don't like you don't communicate, like you don't go back to the situation and try to talk it out with the person.
By the time you're dead to me, I've tried to do that 1,000 times. I've tried. I've tried different. I tried to write it in the text message. I sent it in a dove. I had, I done had somebody typing out, put on the TV, said on the podcast. Like,
Morse code.
no, yeah. By the time you're dead to me, you're dead to me. I've given you all the chances that I have. I'm done. So
I'm gonna
So
block
that has to be like
him.
don't get like me though.
that has to
So what?
be a really serious situation for you to say like you're dead to me. Like something had to happen very bad for you to get to that point of like, I don't want to ever speak to this person again.
Well, cause I love hard. I love hard, and I give. I give. Everybody knows I'm just a giver at heart, and if I know I've given my 100%, and I've given you all of these chances to say, okay, bro. Like even if somebody said, bro, I don't really rock with you like this right now, cause da da da. All right, cool. I respect that. We can revisit. How y'all saying? I'm willing to revisit a year later. I'm fine with that. But if you are dead to me, I'm not. I got somebody right now that's I ain't gonna say his name, but it's somebody right now that's lurking through these Instagram streets, and I'm like, yo, you're dead to me. If you get sick, have your kids not call me. I don't care.
That's
It is what
this
it
is the
is.
second time he said this, so I'm gonna take him seriously. Like he has like skated on this subject twice.
But that's
I mean, honestly, and some of it may be a protective. It might be a protective mechanism. Um, the whole idea of your dad, your dad. See, that's the hood stuff. Your dad will tell you, "I'm gonna take you to Carowinds." You sit on the front porch for hours.
Yep, Trey
That
Kelly.
nigga ain't show up. So,
but wouldn't that be a form of unforgiveness though? Like you aren't willing to hear that person out at all. It's like they don't exist to me anymore. Forget them. If they die, I'm not going to their funeral, whatever. Like that's like you're at that point, it's now you have like a thorn in your heart. It's like you're carrying a grudge within yourself because you don't want anything to do with that person anymore.
no, not a grudge. I don't feel nothing. You're dead to me. Like, I, I don't
Literally
know.
remove this person out of
Yeah,
his space. I get it.
I ain't
I
saying
get
it's
it.
right. I'm not
No,
saying it's
no,
right at
no,
all.
we're not condoning this type of behavior, but
It's toxic.
at he did
Toxic
not say that he would
masculinity.
there that part. Nobody needs that.
They could be done with love. Yeah. So, and that's how I think for me, I would not wish bad upon their family
Yeah.
bloodline. I'm not that deep with it. But no, like if I've given you time after time after time, I've even allowed you to lie on me as an alibi.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then after
That's a
at some point, if you did all of this stuff, oh no, we're done. Because for me, having that type of energy around me is the toxic part. You're not sincere. You don't mean me no well. You don't really want a real relationship with me.
That's when you have to remind yourself that you have boundaries for your love.
Yeah,
And that can be to anybody.
good.
You don't
I
have to.
support
Can I call you Mikey?
that. No. No. So, all right. So we have
I
been
agree with
on.
Alicia. I agree with, and Alicia's my sister, by the way. I kind of agree with her comment
Hey,
because they
Alicia.
are at some point you have to take accountability for what you allow people to do to you. Yeah, they do have some form of control over. If you're affected by that, whatever they did to you, you're still holding on to that. Like, that's why I go back to forgiveness. You haven't forgiven that person for whatever they caused you. Yeah, you can remove them out of your life, but if every time you see them on Facebook, and you can see them walking down the street, oh, I hate that NIGGA, whatever. Like, you're still hurting by whatever that person did to you. Like, you haven't healed from whatever,
So if you saw this person walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, I hate
No.
you.
No, I don't hate
Okay.
anybody.
No,
Are you
I'm
talking to
saying
me?
for him,
My
the
bad.
dead to me person.
No, I wouldn't say I hate you. Actually, I might even give him a hug. I'd give him a hug. What up, bro?
That's the Southern in
Ah,
you.
right?
I don't believe
No, I'm
him. He lying.
dead serious.
No, he's dead serious.
I'm
That's the
dead
Southern
serious.
in you.
I'm gonna do this, bam, bam, bam. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, we should link
And
up.
keep it
That's when it
moving.
stops.
Mm-hmm.
But is
Ain't
that
no link
genuine
up.
though? Like, are
No,
you?
that link up thing is not genuine. It is not.
No,
The
I'm saying
love
that's what
for
they
that
say.
person?
Let's link up, bro.
Oh.
I'm like,
But why even? Why even make the person think that you are being genuine if you don't even mean that in your heart when you're telling them that?
No, I wouldn't
He's
tell them
saying
let's
he
link
can
up.
just be cordial.
Yeah, I'm just being
He just
cordial.
said that he'll be
Southern
cordial.
hospitality.
Okay.
Yeah, now ain't gonna put their business out there like that.
Don't do
But
it.
no, I'm Southern hospitality. I'm gonna be cool. I don't hold no grudge. I might even be willing to buy you a coffee. But we ain't phone number. I don't have a phone. And I'm gonna do like this.
That's right. Dead people don't speak.
I ain't got no phone. You're dead to me. I love you. I love you. With the from this chest cavity. But you're dead to me.
I feel
Your
like that
boundaries.
there's some maturity in that, maybe just a little. A little.
I'm gonna go with the
Thank you.
boundary situation. Having boundaries is a big thing when it comes
Yeah.
to life and growing and learning, because even your closest siblings could get put on a timeout.
Your sister said it's giving Walking Dead.
My closest sibling get put on a timeout, but I definitely won't be like, oh, they're dead to me. No, because that's blood. Regardless of whatever.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't do that with family. I wouldn't do
yeah.
that with family. I would do
Not,
that with
and
family.
now, friend wise, I've blocked a couple of friends,
Mhm.
but they're not dead to me. They're
Why
not
would
dead to
you
me.
just
I love them,
why would
but
you just preach the eulogy? Huh? But no, we can't sing I Believe I Can Fly.
Mm-mm.
We gotta do something else. But no, I think because I learned that and I might time out again. I'm looking at the timer. But I know that I'm one of the people that, again, gives all of the time. And if I'm sincerely giving and you are sincerely taking,
Mm-hmm. And
and
you
you're
never
never
pour
trying,
into your cup.
yeah, and you're never trying to give, for me, the good part of me has probably avoided that idea. And I put the good part of you, like I'm thinking of the good part. But no, after you do that one thing enough times to me, I'm like, oh, I thought you was just doing it to them. Wow. Dead to me. Go have fun. Kick rocks.
I can agree with that.
Thank you. Thank you. So I told you 30 minutes and we are way in. So do you have anything else you want to to say, just in case we time out?
No. I
So,
appreciate you allowing me to be up here.
So the perfect one. Not perfect. Because I don't want to get Kay started. I'm not trying to get you started with the ideal. Huh? The ideal guy for you is what? Because this is going on YouTube, and the clips will be going out.
That's fine. Hey, I'm gonna keep it short, simple, and sweet. The ideal guy for me is a guy who has a man who has a relationship with God. Point blank. Period.
With the job.
With a job.
And a car.
And the car.
And a car. And preferably one child or none.
No, I don't want you. I don't want you to be with a dude with any kids. I think
don't
you're
want
young.
to do with any kids.
You're
And she
young
said
enough.
she's open to one.
One, like uno, not one, and I got one on the way. No, one.
Yeah, those men are out there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You be with this person for a whole 6 months, and then they pop out with a baby. You be like, what?
I think I got one other thing. I'll say this: be willing to build with him.
Mm-hmm.
Be willing to build with him. The packages might come, and again, I'm only saying this because I know how I was. Like, I've always been a driven guy, and I always wanted family and all that kind of stuff. But my packaging was not this chocolate man you get this day has not always been that guy. So I just say be willing, be a little bit bendable. That's all. But you're good.
I kind of know what you mean by that, but could you expand on it a little bit more when you say be willing?
Some of the hiccups that he may have had to endure on his route to meeting you may have skewed the way he views certain things, but everything else is like beautiful. He is like the ideal one for you, like everything, right? But he could have some family stuff that might peek out. You know, don't disregard that part, because I think what happens is that gets disregarded, and then the man feels like trash. We feel like you don't see us.
He said
So
that she would grow with
yeah,
the person.
yeah, I love it. I don't get no bad vibe from you. You're gonna be good.
Thank you.
You might have to leave Georgia. You might
leave Georgia. Oh, okay.
You might have to leave Georgia, just because I'm from North Carolina, right? And I've been here since 2011. I've noticed a lot of people in Georgia are superficial, and it's just whenever that's happening, I don't see how people can build genuine relationships. Mm-hmm. And it's heartbreaking, you know, but it's just like that's a thing, especially in the city. Now, if you go to the outer skirts, Conyers, Kennesaw, you know, you might find somebody out there, but like in the city, it's too many people that's treating this like California, you know. And I don't even like to go to events for that reason. Like I like genuine people around me. So just something, food for thought. That's all. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let me give you a clap. Let me give you a clap.
Y'all drilled me. I was not expecting them questions.
No, look, I ain't gonna front. I'm looking at Kay like, are you Ricky Lake? But I enjoyed this. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I did too. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Cool. Let me give you. And I'm gonna put y'all. No, I ain't gonna say no. I was gonna say everybody follow you, but you might have some creeps to start following you.
No,
I don't want that.
So. You need to say it.
Yeah.
You need to say it. She can block, delete.
Yeah.
The creeps. She's a strong. I believe in her.
Yeah. So y'all see her page. Y'all see her page. Her questions were really thought provoking and listen. So that means I did a good job. See, look, I'm making it about me. I did a good job, Cass.
I felt like this was a little mini therapy session.
You feel me?